Hi, Colby.
Yeah.
This is Barack.
Hey, Barack, how you doing?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm good, man. Listen, great job on the debate.
Well, we've got a lot that we got to fight for. We got to fight to make sure we're creating jobs here and keeping healthcare reform and keeping Wall Street reform in place and trying to figure out how we can do more to help revitalize communities in Cleveland and all across the country and make sure that we're ending this war in Afghanistan on time and treating our veterans right and making sure our schools are working. And so there's a lot at stake here. And, hopefully people saw last night that I'm determined to fight on behalf of middle-class families. And the Governor Romney's just got a different vision of how we do that.
Well. This is first of all, thank you so much for taking some time. I know you are so busy and you've got a lot going on, but I got to ask you this. It's been on my mind because I'm watching everything that's happening and I see the pulse of the country. It just seems like the country and Congress are divided. How are you going to get things going in the right direction if elected in 2.5 weeks on November 6th?
Well, the truth of the matter is, think about everything we've already gotten done, Colby. Even though the politics have always been tough. We saved an auto industry, saved 1 million jobs throughout Ohio and Michigan, and we're building better cars than ever. We got healthcare reform done, and that means that there are millions of people who are going to be able to make sure that they have good healthcare and that their insurance companies aren't jerking them around, and if they don't have healthcare, they can finally get it. We have made sure that we expanded student loan programs and Pell Grant programs so that young people can afford to go to college. So, a lot of stuff has gotten done. Now, we've got a lot more to do. And my hope is that if we have a decisive victory in this election, that Republicans who spent a lot of time worrying about trying to beat me will start focusing on actually trying to improve the country. And that's my whole mindset. This is my last campaign. And the only reason I'm running is to make sure that we can finish what we started and continue on the job growth and cleaning up the mess that was left by the previous administration and the same kinds of theories that Governor Romney is now promoting.
Well, you talked about some of your accomplishments, which you've done a lot, like ending the war, the healthcare reform, stimulus, saving the auto industry, Osama bin Laden gone. What are you most excited about accomplishing during your second term?
A couple of things. Number one, I want to bring manufacturing jobs back to Ohio and back to the United States. And if we change our tax code so we're giving tax breaks to companies that are investing here in the United States instead of companies that are shipping jobs overseas, we can put folks back to work, double our exports, improve economic growth. Number two, I want to make sure we got the best education system in the world. So not only do I want to hire another 100,000 new math and science teachers to help make sure our kids are keeping pace with those subjects that are most important in this new economy, but we also have to make sure that we have community college slots that are available for mid-career workers, folks who've been laid off, to retrain for the jobs that are out there right now, and we've got to make college more affordable. I want to control our own energy sources, and that means expanding oil and natural gas production, but it also means making sure that we're continuing to produce jobs in wind and solar and new technologies that are going to improve our energy for the future. I want to reduce our deficit, but I want to make sure we do it not just by cutting vital programs, but also by making sure that the wealthy are paying a little more, and I want to use the money we're saving on war to put folks back to work rebuilding roads and bridges and schools all across Ohio and all across the country.
How do you deal with all of this has been so much with you, like so much negativity and unprecedented disrespect towards you as the president. How do you deal with that personally?
I got to say, you get a thick skin being president and running for president. And every day I meet somebody who says, thank you, my child now has health insurance and didn't have it before. Or, thank you, I was able to study at a community college and now I've got a job even though I didn't have one before. Or, thank you, you helped me to save my home from foreclosure. And when you remember every single day who you're fighting for and who you're representing, then you really don't worry too much about some of the stuff that goes on in Washington.
Well, our young people are listening right now, and you brought up education. our failed education in some places have led to other social and economic problems. You said you're going to hire some more teachers, but what else are you going to do to really get young people the opportunities that a lot of us had just maybe 10, 15 years ago? We got a better public education. What are some of the other things you're going to do to help our young people and our parents?
Well, Bobby, obviously part of it is making sure that our parents have jobs. So my economic plan puts a serious jobs plan forward. Governor Romney, basically, his whole plan is just to cut taxes for the wealthy. That's not going to help make sure that our people have jobs. Number two, I think it's important that parents take seriously the responsibilities for instilling a sense of hard work and a desire for an education. Because no matter what we do, ultimately parents have the most influence on our kids, and that's important. Now, there may be some parents that are already struggling right now, and what that means is we've got to intervene early, work with those parents, provide early childhood education so that these kids can start off, and we actually have a whole plan to reform our early childhood education system so that our kids are doing a better job.
Well, finally, I just wanted to ask you real quick. I saw the photo of you, Jay-Z, and Beyonce at a fundraiser. So what does the POTUS talk to Jay-Z and Beyonce about? What is that conversation about?
I got to say, I've gotten to know these guys over the last several years. They were supporters back in '08. You remember Beyonce sang at our inauguration, mm-hmm. and Jay-Z did a bunch of Get Out the Vote concerts. They're good people. Beyonce could not be sweeter to Michelle and the girls, because the girls are big Beyonce fans, and we've had them down to the White House, and so they're good friends, and obviously they're unbelievably successful, but they really are down to earth folks, and we talk about the same things that I talk about with all my friends. We talk about kids, and they just had a new baby, and they've got a new daughter, and I made sure that Jay-Z was helping Beyonce out, and and not leaving it all to mom and the mother-in-law.
Yeah, you got all new fathers. You got to step up. Definitely.
Absolutely.
Well, finally, President Obama, what song is getting full rotation in your iPod right now? What you riding around with?
During campaign time, I try to keep it upbeat, and so we just talked about Jay-Z. There's a bunch of Jay-Z songs on my iPod.
Mm-hmm. Is 99 Problems on there?
I got to say I go with some other stuff like My First Song, which just kind of keeps me steady.
That's a great song.
It's a great song. It reminds you.
Wow.
That you always have to stay hungry.
Wow, that's great. Well, President Obama, I'm so honored to speak to you, and I pray for you every day, brother. You are doing your thing out there in the world, and we wish you a lot of luck on November 6th. And early voting is happening in Ohio right now. I voted last week, and I encourage everybody else out there to get out to vote. And any final words to the people here in Cleveland?
Colby, I just want to say there's a lot at stake, and obviously, we've gone through a tough 4 years, but we're finally starting to turn the corner and make some progress out here. We cannot go back to the same failed policies that got us into this mess. So I need people to step up. Step up for me, but more importantly, step up for the country. As you said, you can early vote right now in Ohio. There is no reason why we should not have 100% voter participation before Election Day. And we just won a Supreme Court case here in Ohio to make sure that people could vote all the way through the last weekend. You don't have to wait until the last day. If you got a job and you're trying to figure out on a Tuesday how to take time off, and you got to figure out who's going to pick up the kids and all that stuff, just get it out of the way now. Do it when it's convenient around your schedule, but understand that this is going to determine our future for a long time to come, and I really need folks to turn out. This is going to be a close election. Ohio is the critical state. It is a key battleground state. We win Ohio, we win this election, but I need everybody in the Cleveland area, all of your listeners, to turn out.
Good luck and God bless, Mr. President.
All right. I appreciate you, man. Bye-bye.
Bye.